I'm the Simple Car Guy, and this is a Topdon ArtiDiag900 Lite all-system diagnostics tool with built-in special functions and a large 8-inch touchscreen display. But is this the perfect car scanner for you? Well, let's check it out. Now, there's a lot to talk about with this device, and I can, tell you about how nice the box looks and the hard case that comes included and all of the extensions and cables and everything else. But before we talk about all of that, let's look at what this device can actually do. Looking at it itself, you can see this is a pretty chunky device, but that's why this has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. So this is a very, very nice battery. It's going to last you a while. And why do you need a battery? Well, because this is wireless. You don't actually have wires that you need to plug in, but if you like, you can. And of course, the benefit of that is that you can be up to like 33 feet away from the vehicle while working on the vehicle. So that's really nice, because if you're doing something on the engine, you can have the scanner right in front of you and you can be working on a sensor or whatever and seeing live data for that specific sensor while you are working on it. But of course, if you're worried that your battery might die, you can just use a USB-C cable and then plug it in and it'll be charging at the same time, or you can use the charger that comes with it and then it will charge it even faster, as it's using like a 12-volt charger for it. So yeah, pretty cool. Of course, on the top here we have a bunch of different ports. We have the reset little button right there, power button. We have the headphones jack. You can plug in Ethernet, so if you're not using Wi-Fi, you can do that. You have this USB that you can plug into the VCI, so that little Bluetooth adapter that goes in the vehicle. Of course, you have your DC jack. You have your HDMI output, so you can plug this into a TV. So if you have like a cart that you have in your shop, you can plug the TV into this and then have all of this displayed on a large screen. Super cool. And of course, you have in-out USB-C, and you have a camera button there as well as the microphone. So you can record what's happening on the vehicle as you're working on it and then send a report or send a video or picture or whatever to your customer while you're using this device. Very nice. And of course, on this side, you have a micro SD card slot in case you run out of storage. This has a lot of storage, so you shouldn't ever run out, but just in case, you can add more if you like. It's also very rugged, so it's covered in this silicone rubber type of coating. And then you have basically what looks like carbon fiber. Very nice. Looks like it's gonna survive being in a shop, which I think this is what they were going for. On the back, we also have a nice little stand, so you can put that on the stand, and when you're working on it, makes it a little bit easier. Or you can even put it on the steering wheel just like that, or even on the top, and have it hang there while you are working on the vehicle. And in the back, of course, we have the actual adapter that plugs into the car. So let's plug it in, and then I'll show you exactly what this can do on this 2020 BMW X7. Now that everything's plugged in, we have to put the car in accessory mode. On most cars, you just press the start button. On this one, you press the start button 3 times, and then it goes into kind of a service diagnostics type of mode. There you go, just telling me that that's what it's in. And this way I'm still able to use all of the systems without it shutting off the computer while I'm working on it. So that's something you have to do in newer cars. Most everything else, you just put in accessory mode and you're done. Anyway, back to this device. Here at the main menu, we have diagnostics, maintenance, update folder, library, and all of these other options. This is the one that's super cool and important, diagnostics. This is what will allow you to see live data, do bi-directional functionality, all that stuff. And then you have maintenance. So this will be your maintenance function, so special functions that are included. Of course, you can update your system from here. So if you go in here right now, I'm on a phone Wi-Fi, so it's probably going to be pretty slow. But when I was in the house, it was able to download my update, BMW update, super quickly, which is nice. And what's nice is you don't have to download all of them. For example, I will probably never work on a Holden, right? That's an Australian car. But yeah, you can update all of your stuff from there. You have folders, so it's basically all the reports, and you can replay data that you've recorded earlier. And you have library, which is going to give you TTC repair guides. It's going to give you technical service bulletins. You can look up codes and see what cars are covered by this device. You also have a battery tester, and you have some user information, so you can go in here and then update the firmware on the VCI. You can manage the actual VCI that's connected, and VCI is just a Bluetooth dongle basically. You can uninstall certain software. You can add your own shop information in here, update the system, and you can go to the settings and change from, for example, from metric to imperial if you like. And of course, you can change the language as well. Plenty of different languages in here. But yeah, that's about it. So let's just go into diagnostics and see what this actually can do. You can go by the make of the vehicle, so you can select BMW from here and then select the rest, or you can just hit VIN and it will auto VIN or automatically find the VIN number for you. Now, of course, here are all the vehicles that are available. It's basically everything from 1996, or as long as it has OBD2 functionality. Of course, some will have more functionality than other, depending on, what the vehicle actually supports. We're going to go out of it and see what it finds. I actually want to see how fast this is. So right now it's scanning the vehicle to find the VIN number. There you go. So it took a few seconds and found my VIN number. Yeah, look, that looks correct. So I'm going to confirm. Of course, you can enter that manually. Yep, that's exactly what my car is. Confirm once again. Once it figures out the communication, we have auto scan. So this will scan all of the modules in every system and then show you all that information. You also have hot functions. So this will be basically the same menu that we saw on the main screen for the special functions. And we have vehicle profile, which we'll go to later. So let's start with auto scan. And now it's going to scan. So we can just hit scan, and it's going to scan all of the modules, as I mentioned, on this vehicle. So we're going to give it a minute. It's going to scan. There's tons of them on this car. Since this is a 2020 car, they just have usually 30, 40 different modules. So let's give it a second and let it finish. I also like that it's showing you battery status right here. So if you have any issues with batteries dying fast while you're working on it, you can notice that here before it gets too late, and it gives you the progress bar there as well. Looks like we have 12 different codes on this car. That's pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting, more than one or two. So we'll check those out in just a second. But here at the bottom, we have a report button, which is pretty cool. We can go in and it's going to create a report with all of my vehicle information, as well as pictures if you want to take some. So if you press on the images right there, oops, images, camera, there you go. And we can just take a picture, right? So we can take a picture just right there and include that in our report. Confirm. And now we have this report that includes all of the diagnostics information that we just scanned. And if you go all the way to the bottom, it gives you detailed information for each one. Right, so it tells you which fault it is. And then you have the picture that we just took also included in this report. You can save it, and then of course you can email it to somebody, to your customers or whatever. So this is definitely a good device for those that are working in a shop maybe. I don't know if you would need all of this functionality if you're just scanning your own cars, but hey, for those that work in a shop, this is kind of amazing, especially with that, HDMI output. It's definitely geared towards somebody that's more or less a professional. But anyway, let's look into one of these modules and see what we can actually see. So I'm going to press on the module. It's going to do another scan, and then it's going to give me a little bit more information. We have ECU information. Of course, you can also read the code. So if you go in here, it's going to show us what that is. And there it is. So it says fault currently not present. So it means that at some point there was this issue. And look at that, it tells you all of that information. So it happened at 53,000 miles. It tells you all of the temperature, everything else. So for troubleshooting, this is just amazing. It tells you when this happened. But of course, we can just clear that code. So if you, trying to troubleshoot it, maybe you fix the issue. So we're going to clear it. Yes, we want to clear the code. There you go. Okay. I'm going to give it a second so it can clear those codes from the module and then rescan it. There you go. So we can do it again. Read DTC and no more code. So just like that, we can scan a code on a completely not engine specific module, which is very important because a lot of scanners will not allow you to scan modules that are so obscure, like the system management or the roof management system or whatever it may be. And of course, you can just click in here to delete all of the codes if there are multiple ones. But there is a lot more here. We also have data stream. So if you go to data stream, this will actually allow you to see data for the specific module. Now, this could be any module on the vehicle. Some modules will not have any data to show. Maybe they'll just show you like a sensor or whatever, but some have a ton of information that becomes very, very useful. I actually use a similar system to troubleshoot my BMW Z4's roof, as I didn't know which hall sensor I needed to replace. And this functionality allows you to see that. It shows you which one's being pressed, which one isn't being pressed. Very impressive. As you can see on this module, it shows you basically all the engine type of stuff. But if we go back and select the instrument cluster, for example, we can go in here and see data stream. And here we have a lot more information. So we have our heads up display. So we can go in here and then we actually get all the information for the heads-up display. We can also select the general information, which shows us rev counter, fuel level sensor, so you have look for both. And this is, like I said, for every single module. Look at the consumption, there you go, fuel saved. All this stuff is very, very interesting. Range display, very interesting. And if you're troubleshooting something, this is exactly what you need. And once again, I keep saying it, but it's important. You get this on every single module. But that's not it. We also have active test, which is bidirectional functionality. So if we go in here, we can, for example, go to general. On this module, I'm just going to do something simple so I can actually show you how it works. For example, this one right here. So if we're going to activate it, look at that. All the red stuff is activated. We have the brakes that are activated. We have this plug, and all these icons now showed up on the vehicle. So now if I'm going to go back and I'm going to say switch off red instrument cluster, hit start. And there you go, that stuff switched off. Let's see, we can turn on the indicators from here. We can pause it. And there you go, now it stopped. So as you can see, you can do pretty interesting stuff. Of course, that's not super impressive where you activate some lights on the dash, but you can also activate electric fans. You can also activate different actuators. You can do whatever you like basically on almost any module, which is very, very impressive. For example, we can test the heads-up display, so we can activate it, deactivate it. We can put full brightness on, put an image on it to see if all of the pixels are working, and it just continues on many, many other modules as well. So yeah, very impressive and not something you will see on most scanners, especially in this price range, and especially that it can do this on many other vehicles. A lot of the scanners I have shown on this channel are BMW specific, and then yeah, this price would make sense for one specific vehicle, but this actually can do that on all of the vehicles that it supports. Going back to this main menu, we're going to go to HUD functions, and here it's going to show us which functions are supported on this vehicle as far as the special functions, because not all of them are going to be supported on every vehicle. We have oil reset. Every time you change oil, you can go in here and reset it. We have throttle adaptation. We have EPB reset, so this is going to be the electric parking brake reset. You have your BMS reset, SAS, so the steering angle sensor reset, and you can do ABS bleeding. So all of those are supported by this vehicle. There are a couple more, I think, that are not supported by this vehicle, but are available for other vehicles. You can also go to vehicle information and just get all of that information right here. So you can have all the options that are on it. Very cool, actually. Look at that. So you can see what options are on this vehicle. You can have the options in here. Very interesting to see, actually. If you go all the way back to the main menu, these are the maintenance items that I was saying. So yeah, this is the same stuff that we saw specific to the BMW. But yeah, this system supports oil, throttle reset, EPB, steering, DPF. So like for diesel, obviously this car is not going to support it because it's not diesel. ABS, BMS, and airbag. So this will like register batteries on your car, which is a must-have on most BMW and most other makes nowadays. So yeah, very cool. And of course, if you go to folder, we can check out that report that we saved earlier. So we can just click on that, and there you go. We have that full report. You can scan this QR code and then have it available on somebody else's computer, for example, or phone. You can also share it, so you can create a PDF, XML, or CSV, send it through Bluetooth or email. So very much geared towards a shop owner. Overall, I really like that this is an all-system scanner. It has bidirectional functionality. I like those 8 reset functions. Of course, I do wish there would be more. They could have included like 30 reset functions, but then it'd probably be a bit more expensive. It works on any vehicle. It's wireless, so you don't have to be inside the car if you don't want to. It's also inexpensive for what it does, honestly. It is expensive, but it's inexpensive for the things that it does. So the value is pretty good here. Also has a very large battery. I've been using this for a few hours now, and it's still pretty much, I would say, like 80-90% full. Very nice. Has a large 8-inch screen, and it works really nicely, so it feels the same as your like modern phone, and not how some of these other units that I have used, so where they feel sluggish. This does not feel sluggish at all. And it also has 2 years of free updates, so you can go in and update all of the systems for 2 years. Of course, you can still use the system after you just won't be getting the new updates, so we won't be supporting like the newest vehicles at that point. Well guys, I definitely ran out of light, and I really hope that this video has helped you figure out if this is something that you'd be interested in. If you are, let me know down in the comments. If you have some concerns, let me know about those as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!